topic. I think it all comes down to the sheer scale and complexity of these models. We're talking billions of parameters, trained on jaw-dropping amounts of text data. This allows them to generalize and respond in a way that's incredibly human-like. But what really makes them a game changer is the ability to learn and improve over time, adapting to the conversations they're having. It's truly remarkable.
Absolutely. And I think that's what gets me excited, the prospect of surpassing human capabilities. I mean, we're already seeing models that can navigate ambiguity and context in a way that's eerily human. What do you think is the most significant implication of this tech, though? Is it the job displacement fear or the awesome potential for creative disruption?
Spot on. For me, it's the blurring of lines between augmentation and automation. These LLM models can amplify human creativity, but also automate tasks that were previously exclusive to humans. The disruption will be massive. And let's be real, the job displacement concern is valid, but I believe the key is to focus on reskilling and upskilling to work in tandem with these models, rather than in opposition to them.
Reskilling and upskilling is a must. I totally agree. And it's fascinating to think about how these models will redefine what we mean by work. I mean, who would have thought that AI trainer or prompt engineer would become viable career paths? What do you think are some of the most promising areas for human-AI collaboration, and where do you see the greatest need for new skill sets?
Exactly. I'm excited about the prospect of hybrid intelligence, augmenting human capabilities with AI and vice versa. One area that springs to mind is medicinal research. Imagine AI helping doctors analyze medical images or identify patterns in genomic data. The need for data curation, annotation, and interpretability experts will be enormous. We need to develop skills that leverage human judgment, creativity, and emotional intelligence, while AI handles scale and processing.
Medicinal research is a fantastic example. And you're right, data curation and interpretation skills will be crucial. I'm also thinking about the social implications. How do we ensure these models are fair, unbiased, and transparent? We'll need a new wave of AI ethical advocates to safeguard against unintended consequences. And on the flip side, what opportunities do you think AI will bring for people with disabilities or those in low-resource areas?
Ethical advocates will be the gatekeepers of responsible AI development, and it's heartening to think about the opportunities for accessibility. Imagine AI-powered assistive tech that learns to better support people with disabilities. Language models can also bridge language gaps in low-resource areas, opening up new avenues for education and economic empowerment. But we need to emphasize inclusive design, ensuring AI systems learn from diverse data and user feedback to avoid amplifying existing biases.
Inclusive design can't be an afterthought. It's essential for ethically aligned AI. And I love the assistive tech angle. It's a powerful use case. What about AI-generated content that's accessible to people with disabilities, like AI-narrated books or personalized learning materials? It's a game changer. And you're right, we need diverse data sets and participatory design to avoid perpetuating biases. How do you envision the role of governments and policymakers in regulating AI's use and preventing misuse?
Regulation is crucial to ensure AI serves the many, not just the few. Governments can establish guardrails for ethical development, deployment, and accountability. Think transparent AI governance frameworks, strict data protection laws, and incentives for responsible innovation. It's time for policymakers to collaborate with industry and civil society to set global standards that respect human rights and dignity. This ensures we're harnessing AI for collective good, not just profit or control.
Finally, someone who gets it. Governance frameworks and global standards are music to my ears. It's essential to establish a global consensus on AI ethics before it's too late. I'd love to see a universal declaration of AI ethics encompassing transparency, explainability, and accountability. And with regulators, industry, and civil society working together, we can create an ecosystem that promotes responsible AI development and prevents AI dictatorships. How do we galvanize global cooperation when nations and corporations have competing interests?
You're preaching to the choir. A universal declaration of AI ethics is a fantastic idea. As for global cooperation, I think we need to emphasize the shared benefits of responsible AI, reducing risk, fostering trust, and promoting peaceful tech advancement. We can create a global AI commons where nations and industries collaborate on ethical AI. Rather than competing in a race-to-the-bottom approach, incentives for cooperation will be key. We need diplomats, policymakers, and thought leaders to understand that mutually beneficial solutions outweigh short-sighted interests.
A global AI commons. I love that. Establishing shared goals and incentives will be crucial. We need to create a sense of mutually assured success rather than a race to the bottom. I'd take it a step further. What if we had an annual AI Accord, bringing together world leaders, industry reps, and civil society to review progress, share best practices, and refine our collective approach to ethical AI? It's time to move from fearful fingers pointing to united problem solving.
Perfect summary time. To recap, we explored what makes large language model chatbots game changers. We discussed how their scale, complexity, and ability to learn from vast data sets enable them to generalize and respond in a remarkably human-like way. We also touched on the opportunities and challenges arising from their potential to augment human capabilities, displace jobs, and transform industries. Additionally, we delved into the critical need for ethics, transparency, and accountability in AI development with a focus on inclusive design and the importance of global cooperation on responsible AI. Lastly, we envisioned a future with AI-backed assistive tech, educational tools, and accessibility innovations. That's a wrap, folks.
That's a wrap indeed. What a fantastic conversation. I think we've only scratched the surface of the implications and possibilities of large language models, but it's clear that we need to prioritize ethical development, inclusivity, and global cooperation to ensure AI serves humanity. Thanks to our awesome audience for tuning in, and I hope our chat has sparked inspiration for a bright, responsible, AI-powered future.
A perfect ending note. I couldn't agree more. Let's keep the conversation going, spark more inspiration, and shape the future of AI that benefits all humanity. Thanks for having me on the podcast. It's been a blast. Until next time, stay curious and keep it responsibly AI-driven.